Hello ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Empire Season 5, Episode 4. Now, love all, trust a few. The episode actually starts off with Cookie and Lucius getting their baby back, Andre out of jail. So Andre is free. Thankfully, there were no hiccups. But guess who is still in jail? Miss Dubois. And she's still being visited by Kingsley. Now, Kingsley is trying to talk about how, trying to go and do this pomp and circumstance with her regarding why he wants her to help him with the Lions. And she said, no, it's because Lucius and the rest of the Lion family, they made you feel small. They made you feel inadequate. They made you feel like how you felt when you were on the playground dealing with the bullies when you were a little kid. I said, okay, Miss Dubois, you're back. We got it. And he looked pissed, so clearly she was right. The important thing is that she wants something from him. She wants this collagen serum, essentially just showing, are you going to play ball? That's what it is. And also, she looks rough. So she wants to feel pretty again. Cookie is at her house. She sees all of these people. Apparently they're interns that Portia hired. Clearly they're unpaid interns. And they need to find new talent, but they need to do a lot of searching. So that's what Portia is doing. So she shows Cookie this. She shows Cookie this artist who I was just like, what? What? And Cookie said, wow, so you're showing me a C+ version of Cardi B. But she heard this guy's voice, and I said, oh, his voice is bomb. And I was thinking, wait a minute, that can't be. That can't be. So yes, they're going to find out who Devon is. And now Becky is there with Jamal. Jamal's freaking out because Kai isn't answering. And Kai's work hasn't said much of anything yet. Now, we do a flashback of 2 years ago when Jamal was back in London. He looks like he probably just got there. He was at this bar, probably a gay bar. And the important thing with this is a guy was trying to get him a drink. So yeah, he did. The guy had the bartender spike the drink. I said, oh Lord. Oh, not some date rape crap. But no, Kai was actually there. And I guess Kai, frequents that place. But he's also a reporter. So he probably knows the foolishness that goes on at that bar. But I was looking, I said, are they the only two black people in that bar? I don't know. I noticed little things. Maybe they weren't the only two black people, but there weren't a lot of them in there. And the important thing is Kai said, look, there's a bunch of reporters back there, and that guy spiked your drink. He's going to make you look like a fool, aside from whatever else he was going to do. So Jamal didn't believe him. I'm just saying, Jamal, you're not even putting the drink down. But then once he started to get a little wobbly, that's when he was like, oh, he couldn't even do anything. So I'm thinking, this is interesting. Next up, we have Andre. Andre sees Lucius have his little black book. Apparently, the black book is a book full of people that owe Lucius money. Now that Lucius is broke, he's going to go and collect. And Andre wants to tag along, but Lucius said, oh, just because you did some time, that doesn't make you street, that doesn't make you hood, that just makes you a criminal that can be put back in jail at any moment. So I don't want that to happen to my son. So here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to go and, do any of this foolishness. I said, but you are, Lucius. Giselle goes and talks to Kingsley, and Kingsley was playing with his robot the entire time, partially ignoring her. And Giselle's irked because Giselle said, look, are you gonna, it sounds like, is that offer of making me your right hand still a thing? Because if it is, then I'm up for it. Then yeah, let's go for it. Because now she realizes, so she's not gonna be CEO, the least that she can do is stay there until maybe the CEO messes up. She can take over. So she goes and intimidates him by holding his junk in the palm of her hands. It's saying, look, I want what I want. I'm taking what I want. If you have a problem with me, too bad. And I don't know, Kingsley's just weird. It's really hard to read him. It's very very difficult to read him a lot of the time. I guess it comes with the territory. Now, Cookie and Portia, they're trying to meet Devon. And they go to this mechanic, junkyard, and they see, ooh, this older guy, or maybe just like slightly older guy, and they're like, oh Lord. Cookie's just like, look, it's about the voice, it's not about the looks, it's not about the... I said, use a lie, it's 2018. It's 2018. So then we see Mario, and that's the mystery person that they needed. And I have to say, he did a good job. I'm not going to pretend like I really remember how he was younger, but what I will say is, he definitely did a good job this episode. His character is basically this, this really good, wholesome church guy. And of course, he went and sang for them a little bit, and they loved it. And he said, this is a sign. Why is it a sign? Because this is a sign from God. I asked for a sign and he sent me two. Two what? And then we see Becky. I said, oh, Becky. Becky got there before and already did her song and dance regarding why Empire is a place for him. So then Cookie was trying to say, look, I made my sun stars. I did this, I did that. Empire's cute, but they're going to show you this big song and dance, and they're going to tell you who you need to be. So yeah, you go there and you see the song and dance, but just promise me you don't sign anything until you come back over here. Now, of course, Portia always dresses too much, but it's entertaining, so I guess we have to keep it. They're gonna go because right now they don't have any of the leads, and Cookie's not giving up yet. She's just hoping that this guy, who really seems like a good guy, will give her company a chance. Now, Andre actually showed up to this boxing place that Lucius's, I guess, previous friend owns, and Lucius came to collect. The guy said, we haven't been doing so well. We're actually at the point where we just need, where I'm just getting by some of those strong players that Andre mentions. Because Andre was trying to make it seem like, hey, you're actually doing a lot better than you lead on. Technically, in this type of place, you only need one star. You only need one person to do well to make money. And Andre was right, but Lucius was just trying to go and deflect. And so then when they left, Lucius was pissed, and he was telling Andre, first of all, this is the main reason why I didn't even want you here. You came from where you were to jail, and now you're out. And now you're acting like you know the streets. Now you're acting like you know the code. Now and Andre says, wait a minute. You're Lucius lying. I am smart. People are going to see weakness if you're going around asking for money. And to make matters worse, you're asking for money, and when people say they don't have it, you're just taking them at their word for it. Do you know what this is going to look like for you? I understand, Pop. But do you understand who you are? Do you understand how this works? Lucius did not want to hear that. He did not want to hear that. And Lucius is right to a certain degree that Andre needs to slow down a little bit and stop acting more so like a Lucius. But Lucius needs to realize that Andre has been exposed to all of this, whether Lucius really realizes it or not. Andre has been exposed to this all of his life. So just because he wasn't on the corner doesn't mean that he's not from the streets. It could at least be a mentality, if nothing else. Devon goes to Empire, and here goes Kingsley. And it was cool, the presentation. They already remixed his song. I said, legally, how are they going to do that? So they remixed his song. It starts playing in the lobby. Everyone starts dancing on cue. And then he talks about how with his AI, because he's the tech guy, how his AI allows for him to know where his demographic is, what they eat, what they really want. They, them, us. They already have his next like 5 or 6 albums created, an image, sold, packaged. And he's just like, this is really cool, but I didn't really envision all of this for myself, because he was like, you're going to be the man that all women want to sleep with. And the man that all men are going to be jealous of or want to be. My thing is, well, what if that's not the man he wants to be? That sounds like the man that you want to be. And Giselle sees that this isn't going too well. So then Giselle comes in. It's just like, look, we can do all of this for you, with you. We want you to be who you want to be. So think more so like Luther, more so like a Barry White. Think of people who sold sex and sex appeal really with their voice and charisma instead of with abs and all of that, like Kingsley was saying. So he can appreciate that. So then apparently he went in the studio to go and record. I said, oh, well, did you at least have him sign something first? Because now, excuse me, Jamal's working on a song with Hakeem. It's not really going anywhere. And then Jamal has another flashback because Jamal, he wakes up, I guess, from being drugged. And I said, wait, so did Jamal take off his shirt or what happened here? Whose place was that? Did they take it back to Jamal's place? Okay.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.
What matters is he finds Kai and it's like, yo, you went and tried to play me. You know, made me try to look like this, made me try to look like that. Kai said, I didn't make you try to look like anything. You went and you fell for the okie doke. I went and saved you. There were photographers there like I told you there would be, and you got caught up. So then after Jamal apologized, then you're like, oh, you know, can we hang out, get you some coffee, whatnot. We come back to present day, and it looks like Kai's boss goes and says, unfortunately, we haven't actually heard from him in a while, and at this point, we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what will happen, and that freaks Jamal out a lot more, which it should. Cookie is talking to Devon now, and she's just like, hey, so what do you want? Because she knows the corporate spiel. They talked about what they can do for him, but what do you want? And he's just like, you know, I want to sing. I want to be able to provide and support my sister. And we find out the situation with the sister a little bit later. And so then she said, where's your inspiration? And that's when he was like, you know, from his trials and tribulations with his home life and all of that. She says, okay, great. She wants him to sign, but he wants to talk to that same sister again. So then she said, sure. Now we see Giselle working with this investigator who Giselle at first is like, oh, you know, I could have gotten this information on Kingsley myself. What's the dirt? Go to the last page, sis. She goes to the last page, and that's where she sees, oh, I'm sorry. All right, so what's all this now? Apparently, Kingsley is going and visiting someone at the jail, which we know is Mrs. Dubois. She just doesn't know why. And Mrs. Dubois does get her collagen serum, so she's happy about that. Now we see Lucius. He's talking to, this guy looks like a loan shark almost. And the guy essentially says exactly what Andre told Lucius was going to happen. Oh, so you're broke. You admitted that you're broke, and now you're coming to collect. But I hear that you're not even collecting the same way that you used to collect. That just means that I'm going to do whatever I want. And you're just going to have to get over it. You're just going to have to accept it. Because what are you really going to do? And that's when Andre, I said, wait a minute. Andre went, pulled out a gun, shot the loan shark in the leg. I guess missed an artery. His big security goon is just like disheveled, like, So then they go into the safe, and the safe is pretty much empty. There's just a couple of stacks, but that's it. No, one stack, and that's it. And Lucius said, I'll be back, because I want the rest of my money. So now Lucius is upset with Andre because he's like, why would you go and do that? You're putting yourself back in jail. Why are you trying to be this person? Why are you trying to be that person? Andre said, I'm trying to take care of the family. I'm trying to be responsible. He said, that's supposed to be my job. If anyone goes back to jail, it's going to be me. You cannot go and be me. You cannot go and have that rage inside you and use it the way that I used to use it. The whole point of me doing all of this for you was so that you wouldn't become me. So now I'm going to have to teach you how to not be me, which is what Andre has wanted to be his whole life. So I don't know how that's going to work, especially since, you know, this Lucius, aka Dwight, I don't know how effective he's going to be with achieving his goals. Now we see Jamal. He's watching the video again where Kai had the kids singing You're So Beautiful. We see the flashback of Jamal and Kai, I guess, having their first official date. And Jamal was working on some music. Kai made some joke about, oh, so where's the auto-tune button? He was like, oh, so where's the teleprompter? You know, a little cute banter. What matters most about this scene is that once they actually kissed, you could see that Kai was like, this is moving kind of fast. You know, I got work in the morning. Jamal's like, yeah, I do too. Okay. Now we see Blake. So Blake is going and Blake's working with Tiana in the studio. And I like the song. Well, I mean, I would like the song if it wasn't because Blake, we know Blake went and stole the lyrics. Because Tiana was saying, you know, I just appreciate the fact that you're able to go and put that out there. And she said, you know, this is so great. We should go and release this. First of all, Tiana needs a hit. Tiana essentially promised Kingsley that she still got it. So she knows a hit when she hears one. So why wouldn't she want to go and release a song? Blake goes and makes this excuse of, you know, it's so personal. We can master it and finish it, but, you know, you can keep it. You can keep it. And they had some little banter back and forth. And I said, oh no. Oh no. I just want this to blow up in both their faces. I want this to blow up in both of their faces. Cookie, because she didn't hear back from Devon, she went to his apartment and we see his sister. His sister is handicapped, and Cookie instantly felt bad because Cookie, I think, now realizes that, okay, this isn't just about me. Cookie was asking, and they found out that their parents no longer in the picture. I believe they died. So it's just Devon working, taking care of her, and, you know, I guess her emotionally helping and supporting him. And Cookie just realizes, because she was looking around and she remembers that family's supposed to be important and Empire's supposed to be different, or, you know, the Lions family's supposed to be different because they actually care about the artist. And she goes and leaves without leaving the contract because she wanted to leave the contract there. So then she calls up Becky and tells Becky that she can have Devon because she said, just take care of him. He has a lot of financial responsibilities and I can't afford to help him the way that Empire can. So just take care of him. I said, that's the Cookie that we miss and love and remember. Cookie! So now we see that Hakeem showed up to Empire. Somehow he still got in, and Tiana was there. So Tiana wanted to go home. She was over the fact that he was at the house seeing his kid. I said, Tiana, stop it. Stop it. So then she went and went in the studio. Hakeem had her favorite meal. I said, that food looks disgusting. What is that? So he starts kissing on her, and he actually goes down on her, which I guess is different for their relationship. So she was like, oh. Now, next day, Cookie has to go and tell Lucius that, sorry, you lost Devon because I wanted to I wanted to make sure that he was good. We can't afford to help him. His home life is really messed up. Lucius just has this look of, we're really messed up right now. You went and you left a potential cash cow? But no, she didn't. He came back because he really is a good, wholesome guy. He came back and he said, when I came here, I actually felt like family, and you went and you talked to my sister, and she said she got good spirits from you too. So I'm gonna go and sign with you. I understand that it's not gonna be the easy way. And I was so proud. I said, look at what loyalty and decency will get you. Screw you, treasure. Screw you, treasure. I was touched. I was so, oh. And Lucius gave him some money. He said, hey, we take care of each other. And Devon just looked so appreciative. I said, that's what we need to see more of. I can't do it. Now we have another flashback. Jamal's looking through his apartment as if he's looking for drugs. I thought that's what he was looking for. But we see a flashback of Kai come to his house and acknowledging that the reason why he was trying not to pursue something is because Kai's actually HIV positive, but he's undetectable. And I'm glad that they explained what that was. You know, as far as being undetectable, it's such a low amount in his blood that it's obviously it's there, but it's more so like traces. It's hard for him to transmit it to someone else, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible for him to do so. And Jamal said, I understand that. I don't care. Like, Jamal's about people's. And he's cultured, so he gets it. So Jamal, I thought it was pills, but no, he was going to propose to Kai, and that's why he's all shaken up, because Becky was there to show him love and support. And the episode actually ends because Becky called his family, and all of them show up, and there's still some tension between the Lion brothers, but Lucius was on the phone with someone, and apparently they can't find Kai. They can't find Kai. It's been a couple of days. They just found his wallet and his keys or something like that. So at this point, Kai could be dead. We don't know. Jamal was freaking out. Cookie was holding him, and because he was like, no, it's okay. No, I said, oh Lord, this is too much. This is too much. Too much. At the end, we see Giselle. She goes and she talks to Miss Dubois. At first, Miss Dubois was like, oh, I became so popular. Well, look, I'm here because Kingsley, and she said, no, just be honest with me. Why are you here, girlie? I'm here because Kingsley and Alliance family screwed me over, so I want vengeance on both of them. And Miss Dubois, I don't know how she's going to play this. I don't know if she's going to side with Giselle or not, but she's going to use all of them. That's just the honest to God truth. And the episode ends with Lucius. Lucius has blood on him. Whose blood? We have no idea. And it doesn't look like he's bleeding per se, but it looks like maybe he was holding someone. I'm not sure what happened. But we do see that Kai is officially missing. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.